Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, Sloka number 19. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Gnanam Karma Cha Karta Cha Tridhaiva Guna Bhedataha Prochyate Guna Sankhyaane Yathavat Shrunutanyapim. Bhagavan Shri Krishna in this chapter, in the previous few shlokas, talked about the Karma Yoga, and after that he just reminded about the Gnana Yoga, and after that, to make us to understand this karma happening where, to whom. Then he started explaining in the particularly 16th, 17th shlokas, the 5 factors are involved in any action to happen, any transaction, any vyavahara. Therefore, after saying that 5 itself we can say in as 3 also, that is Kayika, Vachika, Manasika. All the actions are done in these 3 levels only. After saying that, Bhagavan again he comes back to this numerology. Numerology means Sankhya, where these categories are very, very deeply analyzed and explained. So in that aspect we will accept the Sankhya philosophers, but not their whole concluding philosophy. And we should remember that in some places the Bhagavan using the Sankhya word is to say this enumeration of the categories. But this chapter name itself is called Sankhya Yoga. That Sankhya word is in the context of Gnanam, Karma and Sankhya. Sometimes this Sankhya Gnanam, for example, in the 2nd chapter, if we see, Lord gives it is called Karma Yoga as the Buddhi Yogam. So, but here, according to these Sankhya philosophers, we can think in this way also. What is that thinking in this way? That is told in the 16th shloka, not 16th, 18th shloka. Again, Gnanam, Gneyam and Parignata. So 3 aspects, Gnanam, Gneyam, Parignata, Trivida. These 3 becomes the cause to make the action to happen. Now let us see here what Bhagavan actually wants to say. One is Gnana Pradhana or Gnana Vyavahara. Another is Karya Vyavahara. or karma vyavahara. Here this gnanam word, let us take first in a lower level as general for everybody. Now, I told, I think, this example. Now you know that today there is a class. So you already planned and thought of it, and you know the time, you know the place, you know the subject today what we are going to discuss. So these all gnana vyavahara. So before planning and thinking, you cannot execute the work, any work. Then after that also you then start seeing the time, then you fix the particular time and start. Yes, so these are all preparation before commencing some action is called gnana vyavahara in a lower aspect. Here gnana means you should not take immediately as the Atma Gnana that Bhagavan is going to tell next later, but here, and then I planned, I know, and then I know what I planned, and then I know how to execute it. So all these three becomes the cause for the action to happen. Then not only that, after planning and all that, another three things are required, that is karanam, karma, then karta. The doer should start doing, and then instrument is needed, and what has to be done through in which way he has to do in that way. So these also again three. So three. In this way Sankhya very elaborately talks about all these things. Now out of this I am going to talk to you, explain to you. Out of these 6 words, 3 words I will take. One is gnanam, then second is karma, and third is karta. When we take these 3 things and discuss, we will automatically understand and included the other 3 also. So in 19th Sloka, which we have completed in the last class, Lord says, you just listen from me in which way I am explaining. Yadhavat. Yadhavat means as it is. I am not telling something which is not real. This is in this way discussed like that. This gnana, karma, karta, again we can see from 3 different standpoints, from 3 angles, according to the guna. So naturally 3 gunas all they function and work in all the levels of this worldly matter, no? Matter, vyavahara, relative means itself is trigunatmika. So naturally the gnanam is based on the 3 gunas, so 3 types. The karma is based on the 3 gunas, 3 plus 3, 6. And then karta also we can see in 3 aspects, 3 gunas. So Bhagavan is going to tell in one shloka about the gnanam 3, karma 3 and karta 3. Guna bhedataha tridha eva. This all told Sankhya Yoga also in Sankhya. So what Sankhya is telling, the same thing I am going to explain to you. So listen. Up to this we saw in the last class. Then 20th shloka. Sarva bhuteshu yenaikam ya bhavamavyayamikshate avibhaktam vibhakteshu tajnanam vidhi satvikam Now, Bhagavan first taking up the Gnana word and talking about the Sattvika Gnanam. Any Gnanam will take place only in the Buddhi only, no? That's why I told you first to relative Gnanam also, any action. Now, the same Buddhi, Gnanam, if it thinks in this way, if it having this kind of attitude and the understanding, then that is called Sattvika Gnana. What is it? Vidhi, know. Arjuna, know that this is called Sattvika Gnana. What it is? Tat ena ikshate, by which one able to see, unable to see. What he will see? Ekam, avyayam, avibhaktam, sarvabhuteshu vibhakteshu bhavam. What it means? Bhagavan saying that now here he want to make us to understand, if your buddhi intellect is not focusing on the, which is the substratum, ekam. There should be something which is, see, if I take my body, my heart is the, I can say, no, it is the main, because of it pumping the blood, because it is constantly beating, then only brain function and lung function all happening. Yes? Therefore, that is the main function in my body to make this body alive. Like that, now you take little more bigger, these seasons to happen, the changes to happen, the planets to move, then these 5 great elements works in a synchronization. There should be some base or the source which we cannot conceive it. That is we generally called as the Hiranyagarbha or Ishvara, any name we can call, and that holds. Now, where that Ishvara or Hiranyagarbha, supported by what? As we already studied other Vedantic textbooks and all that, Brahman, consciousness, is the support of the entire thing. Everything is happening, seems to be happening, appearing like happening on the Brahman, in the Brahman. So forgetting that one supporter, one cause is not correct. But this Sattvika Gnanam, person who is having, he will, the non-dual, ekam, ekam. And that ekam is, always it is like that only, it is avyayam, it is avyayam. And that is sarvabhuteshu. It is, you cannot say here only, in that person only, in that person only, but it is in avyaktadi sthavaranteshu bhuteshu. Bhagavan Shankara writes, avyaktadin. Avyakta means the unmanifest, unknown, the Mula Prakriti, we don't know. And from that onwards, avyakta means here Mula Prakriti. Then sthavaranteshu means up to the stone. That means living to the non-living beings, everything, sarva bhuteshu. Ena, because of which And by knowing here out in this way, ena jnanena, this I should understand that. Understanding this is the real jnanam. Jnanena ekam bhavam. Ekam bhavam means absolutely, even they were all, seems to be separate, seems to be different. We say generally seeing the unity in diversity. So ekam bhavam. What is that? Here bhavam means vastu. Shankara writes vastavam. Vastavena yad asti tad vastu ekam bhavam. It is bhavam means not only thought, okay, even if you take it as a thought, that one is the real. Bhava shabdah vastu. So ekam atma vastu iti artha. Okay. Then what is that ekam atma? It is avyayam. Avyayam word we saw so many times in many places. Now vyeti swatmana dharmaihi. Because of its nature, it never changes. That is its nature. Not having any vikara in it, not getting any modification or change in it, that is the avyayam, or some places we call it as the kutastham, or we say nityam. Kutastokshara uchyate uttama purushastvanyaha. In 15th chapter, the kutastha word is used by the Lord there also, but there kutastha word is used for the prakriti. Everything is, how it is happening? Because of prakriti. One way that is also correct. But Bhagavan, after he is saying that kutastha also is called akshara, but later on uttama purushaha tu anyaha. There is another factor. Uttama Purushaha. That's why that chapter is called Purushottama Yogam. Then in this way, ikshate. This ikshate word again, not seeing through the eyes, but understanding by the intellect. Ikshate. Ena jnanena pashyati. Ena jnanena pashyati. Then how he sees? Avibhaktam, in everybody, vibhakteshu, it seems to be divided, innumerable varieties, uncountable. Vibhakteshu, vibhaktam because deha bhedam is there, bodies are different. Creatures are there, birds are there, animals are there, so many different are there. And deheshu. But avibhaktam, even though here the divisions are seen, but that ekam which we are recognized, has to recognize, which is avyayam, that is avibhaktam. It is not divided. It cannot be divided. Tad atmavastu. That consciousness can never be divided or having any modification. But in that, on that, only appearance of divisions, differences and all that. How? As we have the very closest example, vyomavad. Nirantaram, like the space. Space is always same. But we see the constant change in the other four elements, but not in the space. Understanding this way, this in this way, in this pattern, that is called Tat Gnanam. What is this Gnanam? Advaita Atma Darshanam. This Gnanam is called Advaita Atma Darshanam. Remember please, in intellect only, now what I am talking all you are listening and through your mind and it going into the intellect, and now we understood. There is no any doubt about it. And Satvikam, this is called Samyak Darshanam. This is called Advaita Atma Darshanam. Therefore, this is called Satvika Gnanam. So see, Bhagavan keeping this Gnanam in the highest aspect. Otherwise, that same intellect, now we will see, Rajasika, Tamasika, how they, same intellect is knowing so many things. Same intellect can interpret it in so many ways. So, Satvika Gnanam. If at all we claim that I am having the buddhi, intellect, and I am an intelligent person, your intelligence, your intellect should first grasp and understand and accept this fact. Understanding, realizing seems to be okay, little, but are we accepted first of all? This is the fact. Now let me personalize my settings. Every cell phone, personalize your settings. So every one of us are having a notion about us. But a Sattvika Gnanam who is having, that person, this is his notion about him. That means what? I am not the body. I am not limited at all. I never born. I never die. So he always remembers this, he never forgets, and he never gets deluded. Therefore, this is the Satvika Gnanam. Then in 21st Shloka, Bhagavan going to tell about the Rajasika Gnanam, just quite opposite to this. Pruthatvena tu yajgnanam Nana bhavan prudhak vidhan Vetti sarveshu bhuteshu Tadsgnanam viddhi rajasam. So according to this 20th shloka, the Satvika Gnanam person, he understood, he voted for, he opted for himself as I am the super soul. S-O-U-L, soul, not S-O-L-E. Now in other shloka, who voted for the S-O-L-E? See? If that is the super soul, Atma, now this is a mediocre, non-super. Because he opted for that. Now here this person in 21st shloka, Rajasika, he voted for, I told, mediocre soul, because he also accepts the soul. He also accepts the Vedas. See, both are Sattvic people. Both are Astikas, not Sattvic. Both are Astikas, believers. But one person whom we talked about first, that person is the believer of He is the spiritually astika. This person now, which we are going to see, is the religiously astika. A gulf of difference between two of them. This religiously astika person respects the Vedas he will chant, he will earn, but he voted for, he understands the traveling soul. Who is traveling soul? Jiva. After death I will go here, I will go there, and again I will come back. If I want to go to the desired place or the world, then for that I have to perform here some kind of karma, yajna, yaga. And not only that, even after my death, I have to see that my son should put the shraddha for me. All kinds of this. His mind is only on this because he is believing that the traveling soul is real. I am the soul only, but traveling soul. Who? Ahankara Jivatma. Now you got the point, difference? That is a non-traveling soul, where the soul can travel. Nitya sarvagatasthānuhu achaloyam sanatanaha. According to second chapter, Bhagavan Krishna. Nitya sarvagatasthānuhu. How it can travel? Now, can you imagine that any time the space says that wait, I will just go and come. I will go to America and come. I will go and visit my children and come back. Like that, space can say, I will go and come back. It cannot say, it never say, because it cannot travel. Because no legs. In one Upanishad, Atma doesn't have legs, Atma doesn't. Apani padoham achintya shaktihi pashyamya chakshus sasrunomya karnaha evam viditva paramatma rupam guhashayam nishkalamadvidiyam. Kaivalyopanishad ending part. Space cannot. But all other, air is, monsoon starts from somewhere and coming all the way here. Winds only, no? The flood from the ocean, it just came into the city, tsunami, travel. The water goes up because of the heat and solidified there, and even the travel then rains somewhere. This is, but in space, no traveling. So his problem is, I am inside the body. That is the problem. He is not saying that I am the body, because he is believing the soul. He is believing the jiva. But which jiva, which soul? Traveling jiva. Therefore, I am inside the body. So that's why I am bound. I should try to become better. And otherwise I have to pray to the Lord and go to the Vaikuntha, go to Kailasha, something, all the time. So majority people in the world, majority are this filled with this Rajasika Gnanam. Rajasika Gnanam. How much first of all, they never come to listen. Because if they listen this, here we say that, why you want to, why you never travel, you cannot travel, you are Atma. No. You are talking something abstract which I cannot grasp it and which is not there. But you see, person born, after that he died. You see in Puranas, that soul traveled, again he born in some other place, in the next birth. Yeah, in stories it will be there. When? As long as you consider yourself as a traveling soul. If anybody want to travel, what they need SOLE, souls, feet. Then only they will travel. But the SOUL doesn't have these legs. Why? It is all pervading, my dear, and that is you. That is you. Ready to accept? Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. Otherwise, miserable guy. I have so many things, this, that. When it is going to be finished? One after another problem keep on coming, and it is not coming. I myself got into it. Why we increase the unnecessary projects and plans and all that? Then mind is distracted, scattered, deviated. Such a deviated, distracted mind cannot grasp or accept and abide in this knowledge. Otherwise, why Shastra slowly tells Naishkarmya Siddhi? There is a great book written by Prakarana Grantha by Swami Vidyaranya, I think, Naishkarmya Siddhi, or Shankaracharya, I didn't remember. Very high topic. So, this is that means what? What I told now, this person is a religiously astika, therefore he gives the importance to the Veda Purva Bhaga. Under that, every relative thing comes. Under that, Surya Grahanam comes, Chandra Grahanam comes, everything comes in that. To get out of those things, this person needs a hammering of the Upanishadic knowledge a lot. After lot also, if his lot is losing this lot, nobody can do anything. He will come another birth, and after that again in this way. But one day you have to come to this Veda Anta Bhaga. So you have to develop the courage and discard everything. Lord Bhagavan saying, if you Shiva said somewhere in any other Upadesha, he also says same thing. If Rama said in the Rama Gita to Lakshmana, he also said the same thing. The only thing, we are not interested to listen it. Even while listening itself, we decide that it is very difficult. And we will give importance to the non-existing, non-real, relative things of the Graham, Nakshatram, all that. How long you want to cheat yourself? Okay, if it is a drama, do drama. Cry. Therefore, Veda Purva Bhaga, that means who believes the Karma Kanda. If I don't do that, what is happening? Happens to whom? Happens to whom? Me. Who are you? I am the traveling soul. Then gone. You are not traveling soul, my dear. You cannot travel. You are Ananta Anadi Nitya Nirantara Anantas Anadi Purna Brahma Sanatana Hai. If you accept this now and here, Purnam. Mind is absolutely silent, relaxed. No more agitation, excitement, aggravation, fear, nothing is there. Now let us see the words, because this background is important. Two images of these people are about their own. Prudhaktvena tu, I'll take the words in this way. Prudhaktvenatu. That means what? Who sees the differences? How you can say, sir, there is no difference? See, male, female, height, this, that, suffering, non-suffering, diseased, healthy, difference. Yeah, differences are there, not in the reality. But this fellow cannot understand this. Pruthatvena tu bhedena prati shariram anvayatvena. Because there are so many bodies, this is where all other Sankhya, Yoga and Nayayika, Tarikikas, all are goes wrong. They, what? For all of them, each body has got one soul. Even according to Jains, or they say Shanikavada, Buddhas, all are gone wrong. But you see now also, there are so many followers. There are great saints in the Jainism. There are so many followers of the Buddha in many countries. It looks like that it will make you deluded. Then how come this many people, they are also studied, they know Sanskrit, they know Pali language, they write books, they have constructed ashrams. So what? One person in Shivaratri day in Coimbatore able to attract and gather 2 lakhs people, 1 lakh people. So what? So what? It is all like in the dream, I went to heaven. In the dream, I am flying. In dream, I am blessing somebody. In dream, I appear as a form of, I am myself like a God. In dream. All these things are dreams only. So, but this fellow, Prudhatvena tu bhedena pratishariram anvayatvena. And yad jnanam nana bhavan. There, ekam bhavam. Here, nana bhavam. That's why he gives importance to the that sect, this sect, that kulam, that gotram, this gotram. In Vyavahara, all this okay. But avyavaharyam, anirdeshyam, avyavaharyam, Mandukya, about the Atma. So that avyavaharyam, there is no vyavahara in Atma. You are really that, but unnecessarily you are identifying and claiming yourself like this. So, yad jnanam nana bhavam creates bhinnan. Atmas are many, and each soul travel. That person died, he goes there. These are all told in the Shastra itself. Then he takes that the only real. But the same Shastra tells later that is all just to keep you, to attract you towards me. What? Who? Vedamata. Otherwise you never come near to me. Therefore I have to tell that do this karma, you will go to Swargam. I will show all the different explain. But later same Vedamata, when it comes to the Upanishad, every Veda, here and there Upanishads are there. Where from that Upanishads are have come? Somebody Shankaracharya gone and inserted unnecessarily in between. What Yoga Vasishtha finally talks, what knowledge he has given to the Rama. Well, ultimately this only. Instead of straight away inquiring this, why you unnecessarily, because you love stories. You like jokes. So then I have to tell stories and I have to crack the jokes. But how long? The child wants the story to eat the food. But how long? The mother cannot tell the stories even after the child has come to the 8th, 9th, 10th. Then he will have his own stories. Now after growing up, what we are doing, we have our own stories. Because I have grown up, I am adult, I have intellect. As long as you have not surrendered your intellect to the teacher and the Shastra, your intellect is not going to help you. It will put you into the samsara again. Samsara is equal to suffering, non-ending suffering. Therefore, Pruthak Vidhan, and because all in this way he knows, Vedti Sarveshu Bhuteshu, and Kartrutva Bhavam is there. I am doing because who? I am the traveling Jiva. Now once if you claim that I am doing and I am the traveling Jiva, naturally that all according to your bhavana, that all will happen. But they are not real. This jnanam, in this way, a person who thinks he is called Rajasika Jnana person. Now remember these two words, spiritually Astika, but he is going to attain the ultimate Brahmanandam, the knowledge, permanent knowledge. But this traveling soul, religious Astika, cannot get the permanent solution. You let us think and tell, answer. Do you have any permanent solution in this world for any problem? Or I will ask permanent solution for any problem. Ah, that problem solved, sir, now gone. Corona gone. But another Marona is coming or may come. Where is the ending? But Nityastva, Nityatruptastha, this Gnani description in Bhagavad Gita or in any Upanishad, he discovers that there is no problem at all. Problem is only to the traveling soul. I am not the traveling soul. As a soul ekam, I have no any problem. Therefore, no problem can be solved, but problems can be dissolved through this knowledge. Otherwise, no end to your problems and to your doubts and to your suffering. Then in 22nd Sloka, now the third category, Yat Krishnavade Kasmin Karye Saktamahaitukam Atatvardhavadalpam cha Tattamasamudahrutam. This third category is the most useless person. We can put him, according to now our discussion, the two of them are, one is a religiously Astika, another is, spiritually Astika, second one is religiously Astika. Now, this fellow is almost a Nastika. Okay. Therefore, he is a tamasic person. What he says, no super soul or traveling soul. Why you are talking about the soul? See the body? Charvaka, Nastika. He says, Yahatu Gnanam Krishnavat. Here, some technical words. Whose knowledge, whose understanding is like this? Everything is in the karye. Here karya means only in the body. See, according to the context, we have to understand. Sarvasmin ekasmin karye dehe. And therefore, he says, or he is not who believes the body is the end. Bhautikavadis, lokayatas, complete materialistic body, just to spend. After that, nothing. After that, nothing. But Shankara is not taking that much as a complete astika like, but he is like that. Everything is in this idol, in this statue. Believer only. Or not taking the body as the only soul, everything, but this fellow, dehe bahihi, outside. So I need not to think here, I need not to anything. Bahihi, outside. What is that? Or Pretimadau, Pretima, the Murti, whatever kind of Pretima, and he is attached only to that. He gives more importance to that. Bhakta stories we will see, sometimes we will get thrilled of that. All the time he keeps the Mirabai, the Krishna's Govardhan Giridhari, she never leaves that idol. Somebody presented to her, from that onwards she developed the love. But if you conclude that Meera is got attached to that, or she is able to realize that Giridhari, later in her ecstasy of the devotion, all that, she is able to see that Krishna, Giridhari, everywhere. Everywhere. If that is not happened, Sarvatra Samadarshana, no devotee can become a complete in his devotion, in her devotion. So here, but are we able to grow beyond that? Ready to go or grow beyond that? How long, how many years you will be like that? Why they have given Pratima? Only just for you, a support for a short period, a temporary base. But if you keep on doing for that itself, and today, Sankata Chaturthi, so I am not coming to the class. Today, something, okay? Skanda Shashti, so I am not coming to the class. What you will do, Skanda Shashti? You will keep on sit in front of the Muruga all the time or what? Maximum you will do little puja and a little prasadam and nicely you will eat that and use some decoration. What you say? But people, even though they know that the value of the classes, the value of the scriptures and the satsang and all that, not able to give up, sacrifice them and come, but they are ready to sacrifice the Shastra, Satsangam, listening and all that. What domestic work, every day it will be there. Can't you sacrifice and make your work simple and come to the class? I am just simply asking, whoever may be. Now, what is your age? What is your priority in the life? So you are not prepared because you are like in this sattvika, rajasika, tamasika person. Ekasmin dehe etavanev. Therefore, either everything is this fellow. It is not. We can, if you take it as a nastika, what is there in the temple? No, those people say like that only. No, at least the other people they believe something higher. This fellow won't believe any higher. So what is there in the temple? What is there in the outside? Everything this body only. And therefore, Atma or Ishvara, nobody is there like that. Na ataha paraha asti. There is nothing beyond this. Therefore, many of these people in the world, but they have their own, as I told just now, the Jains or Buddhas or the many other paths of people, Kshanikavadas, all of them, they are like that. And this is their lot. So, tasmat tamasam udahrutam. This is called as the tamasic way of knowledge. Yattu saktam. So, very clearly we can see in this world either people are tamasika jnanam or the rajasic jnanam. But sattvic jnanam, like you people, very few people. In that few people also, how much they are taking very seriously, sincerely, God knows. Udahatam. In this way, he is attached to the only ekasmin karye, to the individual body alone. Then this is everything, and which is not reasonable, actually, unreasonable, ahaitukam. If he says like that, this ahaitukam, these all Digambaras and Kshanikavadas, Charvakas, there is no any logic in it. But they talk. Atatvardhavat. This is Bhagavan adding. Everything is what they believe, what they talk is untrue. Atatvardhavat. And alpam also. Very petty, small, child-like thinking. Ignorant minded person thinking like that. So ahaitukam hetuvarjitam. There is no any proper logic in their way of thinking. And atatvardham, there is no any meaning also. And alpam, and why alpam? It gives alpa phalam. It gives some, but alpam, limited result only it will give, but not abundant. Infinite result it won't give. You want the limited, temporary, small benefit, or you want the infinite benefit? Infinite benefit is there. Sattvika jnanam you develop. So, you vote for in the worldly things, I want more money. You want more money or only 1 lakh? No. Suppose if I am a rich person like Bill Gates or some other, I will call people and. So, you want 50 lakhs or you want 10 lakhs? We are tempted generally to because everybody, I want more only. I want more only. If I keep a lot of chocolates and show to the child and how many chocolates you want, it comes running and I want all the chocolates. No child will say that I want only one enough. Like, but Shastra Mata, Vedam comes and tells that you want infinite result or finite result. But unfortunately, majority are voting for the finite without knowing that it is a finite. Because they don't know. Because that finite appears like the infinite, the finite attracts more, tempts them more, and they will fall. They will fall. This is what samsara means. See how Shastra, Bhagavan Krishna, with Karuna, compassion, teaching the whole Upanishad knowledge in a simple way. In any language, Acharyas are there teaching and telling, making us to understand, then why we should stick on to that? So let us know, but this is the thing. Are you still in the tamasic or the rajasika jnanam, or you are a sattvic jnana person? Your priority attention where? Like this, Bhagavan explained about these three types of jnanam. Then naturally after that, he will go to the sattvika karma like that. That we will see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.